Beautiful, the word that mesmerizes everyone, the word that fills everyone's mind and soul with joy, the word that is having relevance for every one of us. But what is the meaning of it? Particularly if we talk about beautiful word for people, then attractive, full of glamour, that has power to pull anyone's eye toward itself. That is what common folk have in their mind in general. But I think there are people who really know the meaning of beautiful. Let us try to feel through the viewpoint of a young girl, Nisha Madhukar. It was her first day in coaching. Knock, knock on the door. Door opens almost in 2 to 3 minutes. Nisha with excitement. Good morning, sir. Good morning, beta, but you are on the wrong door side. This door never opens. Real door is from this side. With this statement, a professor, whole class rolled into laughter. It's okay, have your seat. Well, I must mention, Nisha was a very charming girl by her looks, her face, her eyes, everything was just like a basket full of juicy fruits. She was naturally good looking, but she was not aware of all other grooming techniques. Apart from good looks, she was an intelligent student. She had the perception that whosoever is good at studies is the talented one and who is not is a big loser. She had nothing to think apart from academics, good marks, reputed college, and finally a reputed job. For 1 month, she studied well, completed her projects on time, and did well in the test. On the very result day, she came near one of her colleagues, Shweta. She liked a lot from her side because she was good at studies. Nisha full of affection. Which grade did you get, Shweta? I got the top grade. Thank God. All her affection got vanished. Then she asked her assistant like friend Neha, and what about you? Which grade did you get? I'm just beside her, just one grade back. Now Nisha's disappointment turned into anger. She well knew about their actual grades. What about the personality they possess? There is nothing to appreciate about them. They're just worthless. On the very starting day after result, Nisha, will you please give me that seat? No, with a dominating attitude, Neha replied. Nisha, why? Is this your seat? Neha asked back, then is this yours? Nisha, yes, this is mine. Neha had to slip in the corner with her red face. Students around her started murmuring, why such kind of attitude? Then she told about their lies, screaming with pain that see what kind of girls they were. Well, after that day, it was daily routine of Neha to sit on Nisha's seat, and Nisha had to shout over her. And Nisha had to shout over her on daily basis for taking her seat. It was intentional, completely intentional, but Nisha was having no time to think over it. Either it was intentional or anything else. She had only to sit on her seat. That's it. And Neha kept on teasing her while making notes, sometimes by pulling her notebooks, sometimes by shaking Nisha's hand. Nisha was so indulged in her studies that she least bothered about it. She used to shout at her for temporary relief, but could not find time to think about her complaint to management even after classes were over. Time passed on. Nisha tried to make her relationship healthy with Neha, but Neha never saw her as a friend, although she started talking nicely to Nisha. But as soon as she got chance, she was always there to harass her. Although Neha started talking nicely to Nisha, but as soon as she got a chance, she was always there to harass her. Things went on worse when finally Nisha made a complaint against her to the management. Although Neha's anger was at her peak, she had a boyfriend named Ramesh. Ramesh, along with his friends, created a lot of mess in the class. Near about 1 month was left for the session to over, and for this 1 month, Nisha had the darkest experience in her class. Those boys kept on commenting her like crazy ones. Nisha could well feel the intensity of their anger. They were no more humans now. Their agitation was wild. Nisha, being single girl, harassed among near about 500 students. Many tried to support her, but she was unable to take anyone's help. Ever this, she had no time to think for any action against them. You know why? Only 1 month was left and she had to complete her course successfully. Finally, session was over. Nisha's performance was good and she got a reputed college. Some golden pages of Golden College. Engineering college full of tall and handsome boys, fair and ravishing girls. All seniors having attitude in their faces, in their walks, in their talks. Everyone passing time in libraries, canteens, smoking with friends at nearby shops, gossiping, laughing, hanging around in groups. Hanging around in groups. Overall, no worries for their studies. All they were doing was enjoyment. Nisha's mind was full of queries. What makes them so happy without having any tension for their studies? Is everything that much easy in college? Apart from being happy, they were so confident in their own personality. What makes them so confident? One of her seniors suggested. One of her seniors suggested, don't worry for the exams, everything is damn easy. All you have to do is before 15 days, you should go through one guest paper notes. That's enough. Only 15 days, that's enough, I am saying. A little bit worried, but now there was a change. Her hunger was not to top in class, but develop the attitude of her seniors, that confident smile, that expression. Overall, we can say a cool attitude Nisha wanted to develop. Somewhere she came to know that in the internals, students write songs in their answer sheet to pass over time. As internal grades were decided by internal faculty, it has nothing to do with answers of answer sheet. She followed the same in the internals, and the result was humiliation faced from both faculty members and friends. A number of criticism, a number of negative expressions. Everyone just grabbed the situation, started pelting their own comments over her. It seemed that everything just went out of her hands. It seemed that everything just went out of her hands. She could do nothing to correct it. Option was there to focus on her studies, but she had already lost faith in that. It felt like life was meaningless for her. She was worthless. A feeling of emptiness was there in her. It seemed even if she managed to top in her class, she can't get a happy life. Reputation, reputation, and reputation. This was the thing she was hungry for. Once a topper her coaching, school, an apple of everyone's eye, now a date. Felt when she was a loser. Emotionally, she was dead. She was dying a millions of deaths per day. College got over. For 2 years, she could not get any job, but finally, she got a chance to do her master's where she found very vigilant professors with high quality of life driving skills. Almost every one of them liked Nisha a lot. Her creativity, her natural way of representing herself, her purity of thoughts, her simplicity of actions. Now, constructive thoughts started evolving her mind. The most indisciplined boys of her class who kept murmuring in dirty languages, cracking dirty jokes, also had to respect Nisha for her purity. Wherever Nisha used to go, people with dignity had affection with her, had to respect her. Nisha could not easily differentiate between people with their worth and people without their worth. Clearly speaking, then real and fake people she could differentiate now. She could now realize that all real people had to bear pain knowingly or unknowingly to become the real one. Nisha, our cute nerd, now broadly understood the power of simplicity. She could now feel every kind of potential to make the things beautiful. Beautiful word is not unknown to her. She understood the beauty that she carries in her mind and soul had to get reflected through her actions. Her actions would be much pure than everyone had to accept it that heartily. Friends, you will tell how is this possible? All of us can't go parallel with our rivals and other controversies. This is true, but even then, you have to feel confident for your actions. Others will realize with time. That is the real meaning of confidence and cool attitude. No doubt, Nisha got answers to her doubts. She never feared of speaking truth, whatever be the situation, that made her trustworthy for everyone, improved her decision making power, and enhanced her visibility for life. She became a lady who commanded respect and dignity for herself. She got a job in second largest bank of her country and soon got married to a boy she selected for herself. Not only her not only her dreams got fulfilled, but she was sure for her happy future and much more than leading an ordinary, plain, and simple life. Rather, a life full of excitement for her and full of inspiration for others. Now, from this story, we got it. Nisha, being a nerd, turned into a confident lady with her own decision making power. She could feel potential in herself that turned her life full of colors. She became beautiful for the world and world became beautiful for her. In real sense, people with real values make this world real and valuable.